Alright, school's out, so let's give out some letter grades. Starting with this first guy here. I had my arm out to pass this parked car, and he grazed my fingertips. He was that close. Second guy passed with a safer gap, but that first guy, that's a C- if you're lucky. Next time, try harder. Now this lady's not so good with the judging distance or speed. If I was a car or truck, I would have rear-ended her. I had to put my brakes on, and I guess she's trying to fix the situation by changing lanes, but I gave her the shrug shoulders, like, what are you doing? And I also give her a D, because that's a really dangerous move. That's how you kill people. Alright, this one's not as bad. A little stingy with the turn signal, but at least there was a turn signal. I'd say that's a B. I'd give it a B-. Leave a bit more room before cutting over. Make sure you look over your shoulder for cyclists. Alright, now what's going on here? I've got a big truck just blocking the whole road. I'm going to have to get around him. But what I don't want to do is try to squeeze myself in between there. He won't be able to see me. So the safest thing to do is actually get up on the sidewalk and just go up a little further and cross where at least everybody can see me. I give that a B. Let's call it a B-, because technically I should probably walk the bike this little section here. Now you can't hear it, but I'm giving little dings on my bell as I come behind people. Good safety tip. So B+ for me. Another thing you can't see is I'm using hand signals all the time to indicate what I'm trying to do. So right now my arm's out, I'm indicating that I'm turning left, and I'm waiting for the traffic to clear. If there's people behind me, they're waiting for me to turn, just like every other vehicle. Now I lose a few grades here because I let my speed go up a little high on the downhill of the bridge, and sure enough, right behind that blind spot, there's a couple of pedestrians. Now they were stuck to the side as they should, but you never know. It's better to be a lot slower in case they decide to jump out in front of you. So that's a C-. Now I improve on this one. I get behind this slower cyclist, clearly uncomfortable, and this is a very dangerous part of the causeway. There's no separation from the traffic, so he's right to be careful. I don't try to pass him. I just wait till there's a widening of the path. I give him the bell and I make my pass. So I was behind him for quite a ways until it was safe to pass. That's a B+. Sometimes it's more about just anticipating things that might go wrong. So this pickup truck passes me, then suddenly puts his brakes on. So I'm going to slow down because sure enough, there's a pedestrian just crossing. So, but I mean, that's a B. Everyone should do this. People don't do it enough, maybe. Here's another thing a lot of cyclists don't do, and that's to go the correct way around the traffic circle instead of cutting the corner short. Now, while I was patting myself on the back for going around the traffic circle correctly.
Whoa! Nice one! Hard.
Alright, calm down. I mean, that guy definitely gets an F for that move, but I'll give myself a C- for calling him a fucktard, even though he is a fucktard. It doesn't help to lose your cool when you're trying to stay alive out there amongst the traffic. At least I was able to avoid him, unlike this poor guy on the park bench who wasn't able to avoid the Jehovah's Witnesses. So always count your blessings. Avoid. 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 C- for this girl for not wearing a helmet. Avoid. Avoid. Now I can hear you ask the question, with all that stress, why even bother going out on a bike ride? Sorry, what was the question again? Oh yeah, well, the reason we put up with risks, like this guy leaving his skateboard right in the middle of the bike lane, is because we live in an amazing city with all kinds of interesting people, surrounded by natural beauty, and a bike is the best way to see it. Even if we have to sometimes dodge pedestrians or motorists or other cyclists, they're really nothing like riding your bike. Oh, and this is the reason I went out today, was to pick up my Canada jersey. So now I'm ready for the 148 kilometer Canada Day ride, where we can do this all again.